Hi, everybody. It is not Wednesday, it's Thursday, April 29th. I'm Kim Bergen Jackson, and I'm the administrator, and I apologize to any of you who were waiting for my video last night. I completely forgot about Video Wednesdays. Is it strange to anybody else that after 14 months I would forget a regular appointment? It must have fallen off my calendar or something, but anyway, I'm terribly sorry. I heard from lots of you that you were waiting for the video, so I'm glad you find it useful. By now, hopefully you have seen the letter that's in your mailboxes about our positive staff person from the health center and our positive resident from the health center. So yesterday, during routine surveillance testing, we had a staff person test positive on the rapid test. We sent another swab into the state hygienic lab, and the confirmatory test was indeed positive. That initiated outbreak testing this morning in the health center, which is where the person worked. Um, we did all of that testing on the rapid testers, and we had one rapid test come back positive. So we sent in a confirmatory test to the state hygienic lab, and as of 3:30 right now, when I'm taping, we do not have the results back yet. So there are two things that can happen. One is that the test comes back and it's negative. The laboratory confirmatory test has a higher accuracy rating than the rapid test, and so we would consider that a false positive, and we would not have to go any further than that. However, if the PCR test comes back positive, then that means the resident does indeed have COVID-19. Now, before we go any further, I want to assure you that both the staff and the resident were fully vaccinated, that the staff and the resident are asymptomatic, and so this is considered, if the test result is positive, it's considered a breakthrough positive. So that means that somehow the virus broke through the protection provided by the vaccine, whether that's because it was a variant, or because their immune system didn't respond as well when the vaccine is given. I won't know that. I'll never know that. So we just have to assume that, I don't know, we have to assume that they're going to be fine, right? So we all got vaccinated just for this reason. We wanted to eliminate the chance of severe illness, hospitalization, and death. And so I'm very confident that the vaccine is working. Both Pfizer and Moderna have showed to be effective against all the known variant strains right now. It would be highly unlikely that Oak Knoll would develop their own variant here in Iowa, but I suppose I won't rule that out completely 100%. So if the test result is positive, the resident will be moved to the short stay unit, and we will activate the isolation unit as it was intended to be used. We haven't done that all year, but I did not take it down, although I really wanted to take it down once we were all vaccinated. So we will put the plastic down at the end of the short stay unit by my office, and we will put more plastic down a little further down the hallway, and that person will be isolated in the short stay unit, and we'll use the UV air purification system and the negative pressure room and the isolation to protect everybody else from the virus. Since we need to act quickly, we have already implemented N95 masks for all the health center staff and eye protection. Since we have private rooms, we're ahead of the game for prevention, just based on that fact. And remember, a year ago, we bought that terrific UV sanitation system for the roof that sanitizes all the air in the health center, the loft, and the short stay. And so the chance of spread, like the outbreaks that many places have experienced, is very low, I think, simply because everyone's vaccinated, the UV protection system, and the private rooms. Those are all very good reasons why this would be limited to one resident only. We will continue to test people every 3 to 7 days, depending on how everybody does. Everyone was tested today and everyone else was negative. And so we'll test again on Monday. Depending on those results, we may test earlier than Friday, or if no one's positive, we'll wait till Friday. We need to achieve 14 days without a new positive case. And so we'll be starting tomorrow with day 0. No, today's day 0. Tomorrow's day 1. Sorry. We would like to limit the staff to one area or the other. So either you work in the health center or you don't work in the health center. So we're going to try to keep staff separate. You will see Steve and I over the next 14 days because we are intentionally staying out of the health center so that we can remain available for the entire organization and all of you. So I have a great, amazing clinical team inside the health center, and we will be communicating every day, just like we always do, to provide exceptional service to everybody. So while I'm unhappy about this positive test result, I think with the spread of this virus, it was just inevitable, and I'm super grateful that we didn't have this happen before we got vaccinated. The CDC released new guidance this week, I'm sure you saw, encouraging people to sort of rip off their masks and celebrate if they've been vaccinated. And since this happened, I would ask you to wear masks. So if you go out into the public and like the grocery store or a gas station or a pharmacy, I would encourage you to wear a mask. If you're having a big group of people, maybe you're going out to lunch somewhere delicious, I would encourage you to wear masks till you eat, of course. I want us to be reasonable and calm and think through all the decisions we're making. So you have to make the decisions about what you're most comfortable with. There's no risk increased for you in independent living or assisted living or Oaknell East or One Up or the houses right now. The only increased risk is very slight in the health center. And as always, Steve and I will be transparent in our communication with everybody, and we're always available to answer questions. So if you're scared or if you're worried or if you don't understand something, please reach out to me via email, or you can call my office, 319-466-3014. You can always call the main desk and they will transfer you. I do receive emails through my phone, so I will get them at home. If you want a faster answer, I would recommend sending me an email. Above all else, I want you to feel confident that we're ready to handle this. We've been ready for a long time, that we're all in this together and that we will take care of each other and that we'll be fine. I have no concern for a severe outbreak, and I don't think people are going to get sick. So that's my best guess about how this is going to go. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to you in a couple hours and say that it was negative at the lab, but I don't know for sure. So think positive, keep your thoughts up, and reach out if you have questions. Otherwise, I will see you probably in a couple days. I'll try to do more frequent updates during this. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Talk to you soon.